Now, US President Donald Trump believes that he will make America great again. And in his apparent bid to protect American people from invasion, he is making it difficult for tourists and immigrants to enter the United States, especially for African nationals. Earlier this week, Washington announced a one-year pilot program to reduce visa overstays in the United States. How? By making tourists from countries with a higher visa overstay rate pay a bond of up to $15,000 to travel to the US. And now it has officially released the name of the countries who will be first to face this bond trouble. They are Malawi and Zambia. Both are African nations. And looking at Trump's pattern of hardening his stance on Africa amid his anti-immigration stance, this isn't surprising. The decision will take effect on the 20th of August, and the bond is subject to return if the applicant complies with all visa terms. The Trump administration calls this a common-sense measure to deter visa overstays in the country, but it seems more like a punishment for tourists from these African nations. And to understand that, let's take a look at a few numbers. Malawi and Zambia are poor, landlocked nations in southern Africa, and only a handful of their citizens visiting the US each year. According to the US Visa Overstay Report, for the fiscal year of 2023, over 1,600 people arrived from Malawi for business or pleasure, and of that total, nearly 240 overstayed their visas. Meanwhile, nearly 3,500 people arrived from Zambia during the same time, with just about 390 surpassing their visa limits. Other African nations on the list for higher visa overstay rates are Chad, Sudan, Djibouti, Eritrea, Liberia, and Togo. Trump's travel restrictions could hit them any time now. Travel to the US is already seen as a pricey prospect, and with these newly imposed visa bonds, it will soon be a distant dream for travelers from poorer countries. Apart from the visa bond measure, Trump is ramping visa restrictions for travelers from African nations. In July, Trump announced nearly all non-immigrant and non-diplomatic visas issued to citizens of Cameroon, Ethiopia, Ghana, and Nigeria will now be single entry and valid for only 3 months. Now, Trump is making it borderline impossible for people from African nations, especially the poorer ones, to enter the US. And at the same time, Trump wants these African nations to act as a dumping ground where he can dispose of illegal immigrants that the US does not want to keep. Rwanda has recently confirmed that it will receive up to 250 deported migrants from the US. Earlier, South Sudan and Eswatini also struck similar deals to appease the US president. So to put it straight, Trump basically does not want African nationals to step into the US, but wants the same countries to take illegal migrants living in his country while wanting to access Africa's vast mineral wealth. If double standards ever required an alternate definition, it could just be Donald Trump.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
At $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakaidyo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.